All right, well, suppose now we want to get this cat moving. So let's drag out, move 10 steps, and maybe we'll change it to, let's say, 80 steps. And suppose we want this cat to walk around a square. Well, what we want to do then is have the cat turn 90 degrees. So now when I click on this, cat moves, turns, moves, turns, moves, turns, moves, turns, and it's back to where it started. But I don't want to have to keep clicking this. What I'd like it to do is just do this all in one fell swoop. So in order to do that, I go to Control, and I pull out this repeat. And I want it to repeat those two commands above a total of 4 times. So when I do that now, and I click this, you can see the cat walks around in a square, and all I have is this one set of 2 commands, each of which is repeated inside this loop. Now suppose I want to activate this by clicking this green flag here. In order to do that, I go to Events, I pull When Clicked, and I attach that to the top. So now to get this thing started, I just click this green flag. Now suppose that in addition to this, we want the cat to draw a square as it goes. Well, in order to do that, we're going to use something called the pen. And what we use is the pen by default is in the up position. So when the sprite moves, it doesn't draw. If we want to put the pen down, we need the pen down command. And watch what happens when we do this now. So the sprite actually will draw a square. Well, suppose we don't actually want to see the sprite as we're doing this. Well, we can hide the sprite. Notice in this case I'm doing it above the repeat command because we don't need to hide it 4 times. We only need to hide it once at the start of this loop. So now when I do this, sprite is gone, the square is drawn. Now you can't see it drawing again because it keeps drawing over the original, but suppose we change this to 100 steps and now click. You can see it drew a slightly larger square. Well, suppose that when we start this, we want the screen to be cleared. Well, we go back to pen and we drag in clear. And again, that's not something we need. We actually don't want to repeat that 4 times because then it'll keep erasing everything that we draw. So now when we click this, it's going to clear the screen, it's going to hide the sprite, and then it's going to repeat 4 times and it's going to draw a square. Now if you notice that I created another loop and I put the original loop inside this loop, which is also repeated 4 times, and then I added a command that was outside of the first loop, but inside the second loop, and it tells this sprite to turn 90 degrees. Now watch what happens when I click. Think about why that happened.